Hello and welcome back to the Cave of Treasure! We finally arrived at the Cave of Treasure! Ba 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 ba. Chapter 8 Final Decisions. The Treasure Room. You enter the room and a magical scene unfolds before you. The cavern is quite large, and everywhere you look you see treasure piled high. There is all manners of gold and silver laying in piles and falling out of chests. You see jewels and precious stones and pearls. There are weapons and armor of fine workmanship. Light is entering the cave through a large cliff opening in the left wall, as well as through a small hole in the ceiling. The light is bright and bounces off the light shiny metals in a dazzling display. You have reached your goal. Your only regret is that your grandfather is not here to see your success. Delighted, you reach down to pick up some coins and let them rain down on the treasure. Then you hear a voice behind you. Ah, I wouldn't do that if I were you. You turn to see a figure in a hooded robe. But it's not just the figure that startles you, it's the fact that the man seems to fade in and out of existence. The spectre appears unarmed, though. How do you know it's a man? That person is in a robe. Just saying. What do you want to say? Have you followed me and want to claim the treasure for yourself? Who are you? Who are you? You want to know. The man approaches. I think you know already who I am. The spectre removes the heart and your heart skips a beat as you whisper, Grandpa. His face appears older than you remember. Your grandfather continues, You must not touch the treasure, lest you join me in death. The treasure is cursed. Cursed? What do you mean? This is the treasure of the dead fisherman's grotto. The treasure is cursed by dark magics, my son. But why? I'm not your son, I'm your daughter. Wait. I'm neither your son nor your daughter. I'm your granddaughter. To put things right, you're not my grandfather. Yeah. When the living what? When the living touch the treasure, the life is slowly taken from them. They grow old, and after a few days of contact, they will eventually pass into an undead state. They become a mere shadow of their former selves, a walking corpse. As that's all I am, a zombie. Even though I don't appear like the others, the ship's mage tried to save me with powerful magic, but he couldn't reverse any of it. Instead, I've become an undead spectre. But there's no hope for salvation once under the spell of the curse. The treasure is alluring. You begin to lust after its promises, and you desire to hold it and to have it. But it is also cruel. It does not satisfy, and you feel the need to have more. Lial's crew has spent centuries accumulating the gold, the pearls, those weapons and what not, and as each piece is added, it too becomes cursed as the rest of it. Why would you want me to find such a treasure? I don't understand. If the treasure is cursed in such a way, why did you send me that letter and leave me your ship? At this question, your grandfather steps back, appearing confused. Send you to find the treasure? When I realized that this treasure really was what it really was, my plan was to keep it away from the mortals forever. My mage would protect it with spells and hide its secrets in a neoscope, locked away on my ship. The last trap would require my blood to pass through. My blood! By the way, it's really great that the mage made all of those traps to hide the treasure away from the mortals, but isn't it better isn't it better to not have any traps at all, just not to have any entrance to the cave at all, not to have any way to touch the treasure at all? Isn't that better? Just wondering. I thought I was clever. By staying with the treasure, I would ensure that nobody could successfully pass through the traps and discover it. I would spend eternity protecting it, being with it, like a key locked in the treasure chest. But it appears Liag was cleverer than I. He must have realized that one of my kin would be able to pass by the last trap and enter in the treasure chamber, like a spare key. What do you mean, spare key? Don't you see? I did not send for you, my child. I did not want you to find this treasure. I would never put you in such danger. It was the Crimson Berserker. Liag sent you that letter. It was Liag that prepared my boat for your voyage. It was Liag that ensured you were successful on your journey. No other than he himself was pulling the strings all along, so you would find this treasure and get past the last trap. The last trap? Yes. Liag has been trying to get past that last trap for quite some time. I have been watching his pirates attempt to get through that magical barrier, but they burst into flames, one by one. I always hoped he would try and walk through himself, but he never did. I have wondered how he got past the other traps. I suspect that my mage has joined him. Do you mean the old fortune-teller Phaelus from Aden? Old? No. Phaelus is a young man. He is barely 30. You think back when you met the fortune-teller in his dark, mysterious abode not too long ago, when your journey brought you to the port of Aden. You still clearly remember his worn face, to which you couldn't put a clear age. A thunderstorm was brewing outside as Phaelus was looking into his crystal ball. He was muttering, then finally revealing to you that he knew your grandfather, and not only that, he also confessed that he betrayed him. That's very tragical, folks. I'm crying now, so I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!